Ray,
Yes.
we're
Oh.
live.
I was like, I'm just gonna be, send you a little message really quick. You don't be telling nobody nothing. Just be hitting these
I
buttons.
did. I said, okay. And I said, brr, brr, brr. And
How was that? Telling me and making weird noises all the time.
I do make weird noises all the time. That's a fact.
Treat me like animal.
You wish I treated you like Annabelle.
No, I don't. I don't need to be your husband.
I'm trying to get rotisserie. So let's keep this moving.
Oh, right. Oh, my God. It's been so long since I've done this. I was like, I have energy, and then all of a sudden, it's like,
I have zero energy. I've said it before. And right before we brand the episode, watching Charmed for a podcast as an
mm-hmm,
adult with
mm-hmm,
children
mm-hmm,
makes me want more for these girls. Just
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's so funny. I know my neighbors are sick of me because every time I watch an episode for this podcast, I get mad and I start screaming and having loud conversations with Jose about the fuck shit that occurs on this show. And I know they like, this don't sound like their relationship. What they fighting about now? What's going on? I'm so puzzled.
brand that shit.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Black Girl Charmed, a Charmed rewatch podcast. I am your co-host, the torn in between not really wanting to submit these job applications and being a system mama, Ray, joined by my co-host.
The Tiefling Barbarian, Chanel. I'm back playing Dungeons and Dragons again.
Oh man.
I'm a nerd. I love it.
If you've listened to this podcast, you know that she's a nerd. So I don't know why she feels the need to constantly say it. Like, we know. We know.
Do you guys know?
How's Baldur's Gate?
It's
Oh,
amazing. So I started over and I'm playing the same race and class as my actual Dungeons and Dragons campaign character. And I'm playing a barbarian and she just smashes everything and I love it. So yeah, maybe I am a nerd, but fuck you, Ray. Fuck you.
wow, that was rude. And what a way to start off the report. God.
What have you been up to? It's been so long. Gosh, she doesn't talk to me unless we record.
That is a lie.
I
That's,
don't think we have phone calls anymore.
I mean, we haven't had phone calls for a while. I stopped working that one job that left me the fuck
And that was
alone.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I had an office to myself. So I would just, call you and do my work and then place you on hold while these customers called in. It was like, oh my God, I checked my tracking and it says it's out for delivery, but I never got it. What does that mean? Well,
I
you
can't
dumb
do it.
bitch. Did you see UPS yet? No.
I don't
Then
think
your
that's
package.
gonna go well for your job application. You're supposed to say, I love customers and I can handle with a delight and a smile, even the extraordinarily rude ones.
My website says that. And,
And that was determined that was a lie.
like, I'm sorry. Um, what have I been doing?
What have you been doing?
So Hulu kind of faked me out a lot of it, because they said that they were removing ER from the platform. So I started like, I'm on season 14 of ER. There are 15 seasons of this show.
But it doesn't surprise me. I'm actually surprised that you're not done yet. So there's that.
Because a very fun Twitter thread made me start How to Get Away with Murder again. And yo, Wes is the worst. He ruined all their lives
He
because
did.
he thought he knew better
He's
than
a
his
black
law.
man.
Than his law. He's a Haitian man at that. Let's put it out there. He is from Haiti. Okay?
I mean, you know how these Caribbean men are, right?
He thought he knew better than his law professor, who's literally teaching the class how to get away with murder. And you know she cheated on her husband. And you didn't think she was going to get more than one lick back?
I don't think I ever finished it. When she was like, "Don't go look for your dad," and he was like, "I'm gonna go look for my dad anyway." I was like, I can't, and I wrapped it up, and that was it.
I
But didn't
finished
he
it.
like die in that season? I mean,
Yeah.
spoiler alert. My
Yeah.
bad.
I
I
mean,
mean, it's been years.
I mean, I already spoiled it. Yeah, I finished it. I saw it through. I did. I saw it through, and
As we start to talk about like what we're gonna watch next, and I know Scandal and Supernatural are up there, and I look back on them so fondly, and I don't know if I want to do it. Y'all gonna ruin that for me too.
all I know is watching a lot of Shonda's productions because I watch Grey's, I watch Scandal, I watch Schmurder. Do not watch Station 19. Surprise, surprise. Like the only way I watch Station 19 is, you know, when a show ends at like 9:03, so the nine.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I watch Station 19. Those last 3 minutes, and I'm like, oh, that's quick. I don't care. Um, but Scandal and Schmurder, their first seasons are all about the death of a young, pretty little girl. Well, not little girl. A young, pretty college girl. And it's just like, Shonda, you got something to say? Why? Why is this?
Right?
Also,
So is that
also,
all you've been doing is watching ER and
Schmurder.
Schmurder?
It's it's so fucking crazy watching ER because I know for a fact Shonda loves The West Wing, and it kind of makes me think that she also loves ER because she loves Gilmore Girls. Follow me on this weird thought process. There are two characters on ER that also appear on Gilmore Girls, and Bonnie, who is Paris on Gilmore Girls, is Bonnie on Schmurder. She was also on Grey's, and I just feel like once Shonda found a show that she liked and a character she like found a way to get them in any production she was working on, and I bought her. Are you okay?
It's crashing. I'm just watching it crash. it, it disconnected twice, but it said that if it disconnects, it's still going to keep going. It just won't be on my side. So just keep going if I freeze. Am I
Oh,
frozen
this would
now?
be fun. Not anymore. It
Okay,
used to
good,
be
good, good.
me, and now it's you. Oh Lord, see me true, Lord Jesus, see me
I
true.
know. I'm just waiting for them to come out and fix it. So, what else have you been doing?
Um, that's literally about it. I mean, like, you guys know what I've been doing. I saw Poor Things. I saw The Color Purple. My godchild wants me to see Argyle. I don't know how I feel about this, but I'll do it for them. I may see the Mean Girls musical movie. I don't know. Reasons to leave my house. Um,
Understood. Understood.
what's up with you?
Um, I haven't read anything in a while, surprisingly, because I've been playing video games. So I got an emulator for Christmas. So I've been
Ooh.
playing that. I got a pocket emulator, and then a friend of mine got me an SNES, so I need to set that up. So I've just been playing video games. I don't really think I've read anything since the beginning of the year. I started Dungeons and Dragons last week in a campaign, and other than that, just like work is kicking. my ass. I work Sunday, 4 hours on Sunday.
Oh no. Oh God.
And I fly out Monday for work.
Where are you
Kicking.
going? If you can say, NDAs and all.
Not necessarily NDAs, but I feel like where I go, it's so
It's
like you would
known
know
for
where I
this.
work.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fine.
So
That's
no
fine.
place fun. No place fun. No
Mm.
place fun at all. It's gonna be cold. And that's about
Are
it.
you getting any of this cold that, has been sweeping the nation?
It'll be 20 degrees in the morning tomorrow. And then in the afternoon, it'll be 45. So I have to whip out Mason's winter coat. We buy him a winter coat and he wears it, I
Once.
want to say less than 20 times, if that much.
I mean, hey, are you supposed to get it in the South like that? No. Global
No,
warming,
right?
baby.
Global warming.
This is
Other
why
than
you
that, I'm
moved to
trying
the
to
South.
think what else I've been doing. Have I been doing playing video games? I think that's it. Playing video
Yeah,
games.
I
I'm a
haven't really.
nerd.
I've, the eating, I have nothing to say. Playing, nothing. I have
Nothing?
nothing really. I haven't really been obsessing over anything either. It's the beginning of the year, which means, funds are tapped because you just spent mad money, having Christmases and shite.
So much
Um,
money.
right? And then you got to think about Valentine's Day, which is in like a month.
Right? Right? I feel you though. I feel you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. I lost my train of thought. God damn it!
You know
I
what?
don't remember. I'm
I
getting old.
under I understand why the Good, the Bad, and the Curse couldn't be a Valentine's Day episode because this episode is the romantic episode,
This
and
episode sucked.
you know what?
Oh, that's what I remember. Not before we get into Charm. Did you watch Stolen Youth on Hulu?
No, I did not.
Then I'm gonna save it. Watch it this week, and we will talk about it next week.
Are you sure? Because that always
I've
happens.
watched it. Nope. I've watched it. I've
All
watched
right.
it. I've watched it.
Oh
No,
man.
this episode just I wanted more for Piper.
You know what? Let me just get into it so I can me take my little sippy sip.
Sippy sip.
Also, baby is back
Baby's back.
because I'm going to try my best not to go on any Leo rants. So I'm just gonna practice my
You
strike.
know, so I lurk on forums, on charm forums,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody said that they give Leo grace because he was an 18-year-old boy when he died and he never matured or did not, or his brain always kind of like stuck in that 18-year-old mentality. And that makes
So much
perfect
sense.
sense. Not to say that I'm not going to take my foot off his
I
neck,
don't. Were you
but that
able to
makes
be a
sense.
doctor at 18?
They had did the, and this could be wrong, but they had did the, he was a medic. He wasn't a doctor. He was a medic.
Fine. You're right. I was giving him way too much grace.
You get way too much.
While I understand it, there are still certain things that don't make any sense because even if you are 18, you're 18 in like the 1930s, dog. Like there's certain ways a man would have carried himself in the 30s that
Okay.
being 18 or not just doesn't excuse. Like, yeah, you don't
So
know
you
how to
saying
be.
he got a whole family in Vietnam somewhere?
Yeah, because he was married. How the hell was he 18? He was 18 and married.
Now you're gonna make me look for the thing. Hold on.
Yeah, because
Hold
like he had a
on.
whole ass wife.
And y'all can correct us because you know we don't have no producer, but y'all can correct us. Because again, this is just a post. Let me see if I can find it. I apologize if you hear me click clacking in the background. It just came
It's
up,
better
so it
than your
should
vibrator
be.
going off.
Okay, I looked at it today. Oh, don't play with me, internet.
Internet set, pick one.
Sam,
Podcast or research?
right?
Who just fell?
What?
Oh, I just heard something crash. So while she's finding this, I'll just do this part. This is season 3, episode 15, Just Harried. The original air date is February 22nd, 2001. The writer this week is Daniel Cerrone. His full credits are in season 3, episode 6, Primrose Empath. Our director this week is Mel Damsky. Hooray! His full credits are in season 1, episode 10, Wicca Envy, and that is the episode where Prue is arrested for stealing a priceless tiara. Our guest stars this week is Dana Ashbrook as TJ. 70 total credits, including 21 Jump Street, Twin Peaks, and The Outer Limits. Whip Hubley as Inspector Crutchin. Whatever. 56 total credits, including St. Elmo's Fire, Magnum PI, and A Cinderella Story. And last, but certainly not least, Douglas Bennett as Ray. 68 total credits, including Profiler, Dexter, and Sons of Anarchy. So for some trivia, let's see, what do we have? This is the first episode to show realistic San Francisco Police Department badges and patches and vehicle logos. Before this, the department badges and car logos resemble those used by the LAPD. This is the first episode where Ghost, Patty, becomes corporeal for, a short moment of time, which just means we're going to see more corporeal Patty as time goes on. This is the second time Prue's id has manifested itself. The first time being when, Prue clones herself in Which Prue Is It Anyway? And one of the clones represented her id.
Mm-hmm.
In this episode, during the bar scene, we can see Holly Marie Combs' mother, Lorelai Combs, as an extra. Whip Hugley and James Reed, Day Daddy, both appeared previously together in the 1986 miniseries North and South. This episode gets wrapped up pretty quickly because Cole can
It does.
Cole can sense who can kill without prejudice and who has fresh blood on their hands, which means nothing, honestly. We do have a continuity trivia. Cole mentions that he was nearly spotted by a Zotar, and a Zotar is a type of demonic bounty hunter, one of which hunted Cole in sleuthing with the enemy. And you know what? I know why this episode is fun. I saved this last one for you. You ready? Brian Krause was served with divorce papers on the day they shot the wedding, making it a difficult scene for him. And that's the trivia.
Oh, that's not fun. That's so sad. So is that when Phoebe slid up in Brian Krause's crotch?
I feel like there's overlap. But legally, I can't prove it, so allegedly.
Allegedly. All right, let's get into this. Are we just gonna do like thoughts? No.
Well, actually,
the reason why I'm probably not gonna find it. It was in. You told me hold on.
Oh, sorry. I was like, it was in, and I held on for you.
Oh, you're such a dork. You're such a dork. I was saying the reason why I couldn't find it, or probably won't be able to find it, it was actually talking about how shitty of a dad he was.
Oh.
And they were saying to give him some grace because he was young.
Fuck that.
Oh, wait. See, and I put in Leo and the dad. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. So it says Leo was 18 when he died. He was born in 1924 and died in 1942. Look at that. All I had to do was put in Leo dad and I found it. So there you go.
I guess. The music we heard in this episode was Heaven and Hot Rods by Stone Temple Pilots. Diaphragm Diagram by Liquid Gang, and Canon D by Johan Pashebel. The IMDb synopsis is Piper is praying for a demon free wedding, where Prue's astral self has other plans, as dreams take her into the wild world without rules and responsibility that affect reality when the police arrest Prue on suspicion of murder. Murder! Okay. Piper, the DVD synopsis is Piper begs for a demon-free wedding date, but her marriage to Leo is put on hold when Prue is accused of murder. And
You're having way too much fun.
And our synopsis. The night before Piper's wedding, Prue complains that nightmares have kept her awake all week. Trying to help her get some rest, Phoebe sends Prue to bed, and Astral Prue takes over, boozing and hustling men on the pool table. One of these men attempt to get their money back violently. Luckily, Prue gets the better of him and gets away. Unbeknownst to her, someone kills her attacker. While everyone is getting ready for the wedding, the cops set their sights on Prue. TJ, Astral Prue's boyfriend, interrupts the ceremony and gets Prue out of town before the cops find her. Devastated by her sister ruining her wedding, Piper calls it off, leaving her parents to console her and Leo. Phoebe casts a spell to figure out what's going on and learns that Prue is overworked and undersexed and needs a break. Cole, Daryl, and Leo return to the bar to find the criminal. Cole uses his demon powers to find the true killer to get him behind bars, and Piper and Leo finally get married. Huzzah. I just have one real question before we start. Was she... Okay, so if she was going to the bar...
Okay.
I'm assuming her wedding was on a Sunday because of the early cake delivery. Was she wearing that romper to the bar every night? That same outfit? No change?
Well, I mean, it's her astral self, so does it matter?
I don't know.
I mean, he don't care. He was just trying to get in her drawers. He don't care.
So, I don't know if you saw the TikTok I posted, but why can't Prue get a hot man? Why? Like her college boyfriend? Mid. Jack from season 2? Mid. TJ? Mid. And let's not forget the original mid man, Roger. Exactly.
You're right.
She only got 2 hot guys, and that was Andy and Antonio Sabato Jr. And she couldn't even keep either one of them because one died and one went back to jail.
What is wrong with you?
Is it not the truth?
I mean, it's the truth, but goddamn. So what are your thoughts on, I guess, plot A being the wedding?
I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Okay, so I'll start.
I don't.
I feel, like I said before, I wanted more for her. The altar where they had her wedding was so tiny.
Yo, I thought it was just me. So I really didn't want to come into this episode shitting on everything because who wants to hear that?
But that's what we do. But that's what we do, right?
But that altar looks like the altar at a spiritual Baptist church in Brooklyn. And
yes,
told you.
With the bad wallpaper and everything.
Yes, that is a spiritual.
With the bad wallpaper, it was bad.
It was purple for the tablecloth, and then the runner was white lace, but the tablecloth itself looked very heavy and bulky.
And then the Cupid angels picture, the background was blue, and obviously because they were in the clouds. I don't know where the Cupids came from. It was
not. Her first wedding looked better. The Winnebago looked so much better.
Right. But that's the one they paid for a wedding planner, right?
No, this was supposed to be what they the wedding planner for. The wedding bagel was the one where they were trying to hide it.
Oh.
Yeah, and we were laughing because
Oh,
they
right,
snatched
right.
them.
No,
But
it
yeah,
was just,
oh, it.
I,
Maybe you should have
and I don't,
turned
to
them.
me, I don't even see, like, even if it was a small wedding, she looked like somebody who would have gotten married in a church, right? Like that classic church or a beach wedding. Like, there's so many low, as somebody who had a minimal cost wedding, there's so many ways that you could do a minimal cost wedding that would have been perfect for her. Like if you had to have it at a certain time, they could have done a beach wedding. So it was given
Don't they have?
mama and pregnant.
Don't they have that? Remember in season 2 where they went to that witchy park and got naked to get what they could have had the wedding.
Yeah.
You need a high priest. I mean, I understand that
Oh, why you didn't do it in the room?
in the attic. No, I just
No. Why didn't you do it in the room with the stained glass windows?
you
Like
right
right in the living room. Why didn't they do it there?
because that's where Paige has her wedding. Because Paige is
That's
smart.
perfect. It'd have been a small size.
Is that whatever?
But it's like it's white, so you're not having this old like it was okay.
You know what I think? You know what I honestly think? I think
I'm
that
with Prue. Go ahead.
I think that Leo gave her some half-ass. We need to have a real Wiccan ceremony wedding. I needed to be that, and she went with that theme and flew with it. But because she don't care about no Wiccan ceremony. She don't care. She wants a wedding. She wants a wedding, and she gave him what he wanted, but
Right.
begrudgingly. I do like the opening scene
I'm
though.
with Prue and Cole shouldn't have been invited.
You're right.
Oh,
You're absolutely right. Um, because I'm. If my sister wants a demon-free wedding, maybe let's not invite the demon who has an active bounty on his head, who has to, Zotars. For the listeners who are not watching this on YouTube, I did the Little Kim dance.
but not even I wasn't even going on about the demon thing, right? So you have a wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this man has actively tried to kill your sisters, and I understand that he's trying to like be a better person. But knowing Phoebe, like, do we really expect him to be here past next month? Why would you bring like your jump off of the week to your sister's wedding?
Because she doesn't believe it to jump off of the week as much as they fought to be together. I don't. She wants to prove that this is a real relationship, and it's a real relationship to her. Who are we to say that it's not? I don't get it. Also about this plot,
Also, yeah,
I was. This is what me and Jose were yelling about earlier.
okay.
Victor says to Leo, as a man, you don't feel no way living off the sisters, plural. And Leo's response is, I know you feel some type of way about your daughter marrying a white lighter. I said daughters, plural. You are leeching off of not just your wife to be, but her sisters. And all you can say is, I know you don't like white lighters because you are a user, an abuser, a scammer, and a homosexual.
But it take ones to know one. Victor
Exactly.
ain't got nothing to do with nothing about coming up in here and saying anything to my man. When he was talking to Prue about, oh, even though we didn't work out, you girls was the greatest thing I ever did in my life. But so where the fuck were you? Where the fuck you been? You went to go get
Grams
milk and never came back. I'm sorry. Having
Graham
Victor and
said
Patty,
because I couldn't protect you with the ice cream man. I had to skedaddle, so I skedaddled. Okay, y'all keep forgetting that part. That the lady with magical powers told me to get out of here before she do something to me because I'm pussy. I don't got no powers. I can't fight no demons.
Okay. And then
Listen,
when they got older and Grams died, get out of here.
listen, I don't care that Victor's a deadbeat. I just love the fact that he is calling Leo out on his shit and letting everybody see, like, yo, you live off these women and you have nothing to say for it. Like, you're not. That's why I'm like, I don't know
I mean,
how.
it take one to know one.
Where is your pride? Where is your self esteem? That's what I'm saying.
The, fa-
I can't
the
accept
fact
him being
that
18 and
Victor
being.
walked into a room.
Victor walked into her room.
Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. The fact that, because it keeps dying, sorry. So the fact that Victor walked into a room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saw one sister marrying a bum ass man, see his other daughter on the floor passed out because she's too stressed. I want to run away from her life. See the other daughter or dating a demon and ain't think to himself, maybe this is on me. Maybe I caused these girls some trauma.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. Victor is not beating the allegations of being a deadbeat. I never want to distract myself from that. But what I am saying is, every time they throw the fact that Leo is a bum in his face, he want to be like, oh, I'm a white lighter. Oh. Like, that's what I'm saying. I can't agree with him or being like, he's 18, he don't know better. Yo, you knew you was paid for them sock hop dances at the Sodi fountain. You knew you was doing that back in 1920 whatever, or 1930 whatever. She wasn't paying for them sodas.
Or, I just want to throw this out here, right? He could have been doing sock hop dancing, or he could have been running around in the sheet. I'm just saying.
And the fact that he has a wife, yo, the fact that Leo has a wife, let's not skip over that fact. You telling me you was living off of her too? You telling me that one of the greatest witches of all time is this love struck and this dumb behind a man who didn't pay for his first wife's meals and he's not gonna pay for yours? Girl, they were selling us the WB.
You said you weren't going to do it today.
The WB was selling us women some bullshit, okay? Some real bullshit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying.
If I ever have a child, I will show them Charmed and be like, this is an example of a man that you shouldn't be with or shouldn't be. Okay? Okay?
It's just them girls were down bad. Down bad.
Horrendously bad.
And justice for Darryl. What the fuck was that? What was that?
You, as Twitter has confirmed.
Like, you invite Darryl to the wedding.
As Twitter confirmed, Piper is Paula Dean. So, of course, she don't care if Daryl's late to the wedding. What? She's a racist chef. Who cares?
Wait, is Piper Paula Dean or
who?
Holly Marie Combs is Paula Dean.
Piper, not Holly.
Oh. I mean, she's dating a World War One veteran. Come on here. What do you? Yes, she's not being an allegation. Two?
Yeah.
I don't know. Fuck that shit.
She not being an allegation.
World War II?
Yeah.
Okay, let me repeat that. World War II. She ain't being them allegations. You can cut and paste that shit.
She and then so Leo comes in with his white lighter robe and like, I just want to get married in this robe, and the girls are like, no, dum we rented you a suit. And then when Victor calls him out on it, he's like, nah, I just wanted to be traditional because I like Piper. Like, you are a liar. You are a scam artist. Receipts, proof, timeline.
Love how you're like, I'm not gonna hate on Leo all throughout this episode, and then here you go.
Because,
Here you
as
go.
I said on Twitter
You
earlier
ain't never
today,
beating these allegations.
I already said this is a Leo Hato.
I saw.
This is a Leo Wyatt hate account, okay? Y'all know what y'all came for. I know I've said it before, and I'll say it
What did you
again.
think of the Prue plot?
The Prue plot is what we have been saying since season 1. Prue don't never have a chance to have fun. And she said it herself in this episode, like, yeah, you and fucking Piper get to do whatever the fuck you want in the name of love. I gotta make sure these bills are fucking paid. Like, hello? I don't have any time to...
I felt, obviously, you don't want this to happen when your sister's getting married, but I felt bad for her. Like, damn, girl, you just want some dick in a
You just
parking
want
lot somewhere.
you just want to have fun, and it's just like
Right.
Piper and Phoebe never really acknowledge the sacrifice. Like, they do, but they don't. They do when it's necessary, but they don't acknowledge it and have the change behavior, because the reason why Prue can't like unwind is because you dumb bitches will bust it open for any man who pays attention to you, and damn the consequences. I'm out here having to like booby trap the fucking house while you trying to get your pussy popped. Like, somebody has to worry about our safety. And then being like, oh, Prue, you need to like let that go and live your life. How? When you dumb bitches, you got one disappearing behind a fucking angel for a month and a half, well, 2 months, and then you got this other bitch who's hanging out at cemeteries trying to get her long lost love back. How? Like, the fuck? Well, yeah, Prue, take time for yourself. Disingenuous ass bitch. Continue.
No, I mean, I think you're completely correct. Like when she was having the conversation with Phoebe, and Phoebe was, oh, yeah, well, you know, I'm taking class. This is the end. This is the ego. And it's crazy how, remember how she was so stressed out because she's like, Balthazar's coming after us. We got to be prepared. We got to be ready. Like, and nobody's like, all right, well, now I'm fucking Balthazar, so we should be good now. Like, take a chill pill. She has to do so much at all times. Maybe death was the best thing for her, right?
You want to be with Balthazar, and you're not accepting the fact that he is a demon with a bounty on his head. We already are the charm ones. You put in two targets on our back, bro. But you don't care because your pussy getting licked. And then you expect her to like, oh, get over it. Yes.
In Phoebe's defense, I too would be throwing that back. I'm like, can you just shimmer? Can you go into your demonic form? All right, guys, I'm out. I too would have to take the L on that.
Understood, and I get it, but
figure it out. Save the world. But this isn't the only time that it's happened.
But it's also,
I mean, we all know Phoebe's evil. Look at her past, right? Her
true.
Past life.
And it's, like I said, they're so disingenuous with how, like, oh yeah, you gotta take time for yourself. How? When you're not even acknowledging the real danger that you're putting us in. Oh, you have to get over the fact that he's a demon. Have you accepted that he's a demon? And one has a bounty on his head. 2, we are the charm one. So, I don't really think, we can lure him over to our side. Like, if we could have, we would have already. Like, we would have found the spell. It doesn't work that way. And the fact that you could ignore that he tried to kill you for 3 months straight, and it's just like, yeah, but I love him.
I mean, he didn't really, though. Yeah, he didn't really. See, I'm doing it. He didn't. If he wanted to kill me, he would have killed me. I feel that though. TJ bothers me as a character.
because a girl shows up to the club wearing the same jumpsuit 5 nights in a row, and you still being like, I don't know your name, but this outfit is doing something for me.
You know, I had that outfit in high school and I never wore it because I never had the right shoes. And now I need that outfit again because my ass would look amazing in it.
Who
But
didn't?
that's neither here nor
Who
there.
didn't have that?
Anyway,
That jean.
no, that's not it. He couldn't knock on the door.
I don't know what
Like,
you're saying
you had
at
to.
all.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. He couldn't knock. He couldn't ring the bell. He had to break through the door with his motorcycle.
How he got that bike up the stairs? And how did, like, you... So, let me get this straight. He wrote, you didn't hear this bike awkwardly coming up your stairs. You didn't see him get off the bike, open the door, get back on the bike, and then drive it. That was the most quietest bike I've ever seen on national television.
And that then goes to was part of her inner desire to not have her sister marry Leo? Because that was unnecessary. You could have been like, hold on, TJ, wrap this shit up, DJ, and then you could have left.
Nah, I feel like
45 seconds.
I feel like Prue's inner desire was like, let's get the fuck up out of here. She's out of commission. I'm not. She's responsible for this wedding, not me. I didn't want to plan this shit to begin with. I wanted to get my back blown out at P3, but whatever. Control freak?
Him coming into the wedding the way he did, though, gave me the ick. We finished each other's sandwiches. What was it? Like, what are you doing?
He looks like a Bobo Billy Zane, a Bobo Timothy Oliphant, and I don't like it because I don't believe even if this is Prue's inner desire, he wasn't the hottest guy at that bar. He couldn't have been the hottest guy at that bar. I refuse.
I don't know. That guy who wanted to sexually assault her. I mean, I don't know. None of them looked attractive.
You're right. I do have a question. So they have Prue on camera fighting this guy, but they don't have her on camera astral projecting away.
Or where he fell, the other guy then shanking him.
I think my favorite part in this episode, it's so dumb, is when she's in the back of the police car and astrals away and the cop is just like, what the hell? It's so overacted that it's...
That's why they cut the power. Fuck this bitch.
Like, where did she go? He looks like, you know those dog videos where they're holding up the blanket and they run away? That's what he looks like. What the fuck? What's happening? I just
feel Daryl deserved better. Daryl was making sure that they didn't come and knock down the fucking front door so that this woman could get married and so that she didn't get arrested. And they didn't even call to be like, hey, Daryl, where you're at, we about to get started. I don't want to freak Piper out that one of her closest friends hasn't arrived yet.
I don't think Daryl is one of Piper's closest friends. I think he's one of Prue's closest friends. And... oh, you're not watching fucking Real Housewives of Potomac. This is a Wendy Necca situation.
What? Okay, so I do know about the Wendy Necca. Okay.
Like, Daryl, like, what's her friend? Whoever. Is it Ivy or whatever? That's who, like, the Wendy Necker situation is so fucking dumb, but it tracks. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I get that then. And then finally, Cole had said previously that if he uses his demonic powers, they can find him.
They can track him. Because,
right?
remember, the first Zoltar we met says it's harder to find him in his human form, but when he shimmers, he can figure it out.
That man was bouncing around and shimmering all up and down. Then sat in the parking lot of this bar where supposedly there's cameras in his full demonic form.
Can we talk about the guy who set Prue up for murder? He said, "I'm looking at the killer," and that was it. That was it. That was his whole interview. That was the whole.
That interview. Was it. The cops were like, "Wrap this shit up. I got a donut break. Wrap this shit up." Like, what was that?
So you make a habit of kissing women that you don't know? All right, mister who's never been to a club in the early 2000s, shut the fuck up.
Like what? But you know what? For somebody who's watched Investigation Discovery, that's exactly how police investigations go.
So there was a tweet I saw where this lady's like, "I'm a lawyer and a true crime fan, and let me tell you, the police do not help. They do not help prevent any crimes." And Twitter had to come back, and you know how they give you like the context under a picture? Twitter was like, "This tweet does not acknowledge the serial killers caught before their first crime, or the serial killers who eventually do get caught by the police." Like, even though I will never ever watch it, Niecy Nash just won.
Down. It's gonna be great.
Niecy Nash just won an Emmy for Dahmer, where y'all were not listening to black women being like, "He's a killer! Get him!" But yeah, sure. What they're saying on Twitter is incorrect.
So Prue just left TJ in the field by himself?
How dumb is Astral Prue? Because how come every time she's like regular Prue is being woken up, she is holding on to a tree, holding on to something to prevent her from going away, as she knows that don't work. That don't work. It just doesn't work. We've seen this happen to you 3 times already, and you holding on to a tree, a pole, a leaf, it doesn't work. You still go back to where you were supposed to be.
This episode was rough to come back to. Like, what we left off on to come back to this.
And the fact that somebody was in our comments talking about, "I like this episode. This is one of my favorites. Jail. Jail. Jail."
It was
I thought I was ready to be back.
I watched this like, damn, this is rough. I just feel for all the will they, won't they, should she not. This is what she got as a wedding. It was underwhelming.
Name something Leo does for Piper that another white lighter can't.
He's a handyman.
He don't fix shit. He always had to get another What did he fix?
He fixed the trim, right? Didn't he do trim? And the lights and stuff and the plumbing?
We saw him float up, and we never see him float ever again. Breathe on a light bulb, and then screw it back in. When they had an issue with their pipe, he was like, "Oh, I gotta get a part. Oh my god, he went to Ask Jeeves and figured it out.
I mean, look, it's better than who Patty ended up with, right? Because he was chilling on a camp with kids by himself. Because that's not weird. Like, we don't go back into that. I'm just saying, white lighters are weird. The 3 white lighters that we have seen so far have all been weird, which makes me believe that this man was weird before he died. He was a weirdo.
Jose was like, Leo can't get a job. He ain't got no papers. They got dust. You can dust people for a job. Leo knows how to do spells because he did a spell to get Dishwalla to play at Piper's Club. He know how to get money. He just don't want to.
He is surviving on the power of friendship. Okay, so you got, what's he got? We're the planetary. He's Heart. If he was a planetary, he'd be Heart. What does Heart do? Nothing. But it is essential to the Planeteers.
Honestly, Leo is Mojo Jojo and I'm the Powerpuff Girls. Fuck him.
I know.
I don't care. Like, he is so ugh. And going back to Phoebe and Cole, you knew you were fucked up. You knew you were fucked up because you do shit so sneakily, dog. Oh, I just need somebody to help me move the table. Like her daddy and her whack ass brother-in-law are not downstairs. Oh, well, maybe we can wait till Cole shows up. No. No.
Cole. Phoebe down bad. It is what it is. Yeah, that's all I can say. I can't even. That's just it.
I understand being down bad, and honestly, if it had to be Cole or Leo, I'm always gonna go with Cole because at least he lied into a good ass job. Like,
You're right. You're right.
But these are not good men, guys. And
no. No, not at all.
it's so wild because I'm powering through ER, and there was a couple that was together, let's say season 5, and when they broke up, he called her a whore and told her she's not pretty enough for him to be dealing with the shit that he's dealing with. And then in season 13, they have a baby.
Stabbed him in the throat.
And then in season 13, they have a baby. And it's like, these are the lessons that you're teaching the girls? The girls?
Because I thought you were going to say, like, she stabbed him in the throat, and then that was like an ER episode because they had to, like, save him, and then he died or something. Like,
no.
A baby?
Yeah.
I mean, but isn't that the whole thing with Dr. Dreamy and Meredith, too? Like, he's a shithead.
Yeah. All these men ain't shit. If you peel back the layers, all these men ain't shit.
It is what it is, man.
You know, oh, God.
Any other thoughts, feelings, comments, concern outside of you bashing Leo?
If I'm being honest, I like their first wedding better.
Yes!
Their first wedding was...
Wait, the part where he, like...
Listeners, I did the Leo getting sucked up to the heavens move.
The way I cackled when I saw that one, I felt bad because, like, her face was so, like, heartbroken, but it made it even funnier.
I mean, I would say Piper, even though we get very little of her, Holly's portrayal of a woman on her wedding day, not bad, you know? The giggling and the flowers and the don't see me, it's bad luck. Ooh,
it was very cute, yeah.
Oh,
not even the curls.
I'll give her that. Her not knowing what a galoot is, also very cute. What's a galoot?
Mhm.
What's going on? I swear to God, if I have to fight another demon, I'm like, all right, simmer down. It's cute. It's kind of getting annoying, but it's still cute. Um, it's very weird because of how awkward Patty and their dad is in this scene.
Mhm.
But when you see them
Yeah.
later on, they're just like, "Hey, hey, mama, no time has passed. You still looking hot. Let's go. Let's do this." And it's like, ooh, no wonder y'all don't know how to pick men. Look at your mama.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, this is where it started. Grams had a point. Just disgusted through and through.
I use the Cat Williams
The associate with losers.
yes, for Grams, and it's so applicable.
It's applicable.
Because
It's
Grams, when she finds out like who her granddaughter's son-in-law, she's just like, ugh, ugh, ugh.
this episode was just so lackluster for me. Like it was just, and I feel for it to be her wedding and it's been such a build up. I don't have much to say. It was
Yeah,
lackluster.
yeah. The interruption of her first wedding better than the second wedding.
Yeah,
Um,
because she did too much. I'd have kept going. Like it's the five of y'all. Y'all don't need all them cups and glasses. Let's wrap this shit up.
and I was also like, why you want this big ass cake? Who is this cake for? You got a 3-story cake. Okay,
She probably got a discount.
you keep the top layer for like your first wedding anniversary. That who is eating them 2 bottom layers?
Cole, he has a demonic farm. He probably eat all that shit.
You know, Daryl took half the cake home to Sheila. Like, I saved you some cake, babe. I also saved you from going to that whack ass wedding. Because let me tell you,
Sheila wasn't going.
they have no lights. He threw some like weirdo like pouring clouds in the air, and they
He
have.
told Sheila who was getting married and where, and she was like, "I'm good. Those are your friends."
Sheila's like, "You a good man, Daryl. You was a good man. You don't gotta live like this, Daryl. What about your family, Daryl? They are my family. What about the vows you made, Daryl? The vows you made to me, not the Halliwells. I
Oh, I'm
promised
definitely sure
Andy.
it caused issues. And
I
he
promised.
used the Andy card every time. Every time.
I got it. I promised Andy, Sheila. Shit. I promised Andy, Sheila. What about the promises you made to me, Daryl? What about the promises you made to me? You ain't saying nothing about no
Sheila probably got a
magic.
side piece.
You ain't saying nothing about no magic and dare and do on our wedding day. I don't know why Sheila just turned into Frozone's wife, but
Sheila got a side piece.
Sheila too got a side piece.
Sheila got a side piece. You know that point where you just don't argue no more? Because you got a side piece. She was like, all right, have fun. I'll see you when you get back.
Whatever that is. Because you always gotta, do something for these sisters. It's always about these sisters. Whenever it's my sisters, oh, you can't come to the barbecue. But when it's the
Oh, mom.
Halliwells, you showing up in your uniform, talk about, I'm going to hand out some candy. Shut your ass up. No, they're, eventually he chooses Sheila. I know.
He does. Budget cuts.
Anyway, there's nothing to handle. There's no real. I mean, there's conflict in this
There's nothing here.
episode, but not from. Prue need to move the fuck out. That's what she needs to do.
Piper deserved more.
Yeah.
And Phoebe's just Phoebe.
I already asked this. This should be like the Spotify question. What does Leo do for Piper that no other white lighter can?
I got you.
Because you were just hooking up with her grandma like 2 decades ago. But now
Hurry to wrap this up. You
our
keep bringing
love.
it up, and it keeps souring my stomach. Let's wrap this up.
Oh, you can watch it on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but you can't watch it on Charmed.
I haven't watched Salt Lake City in so long either. I haven't watched anything as far as like I took a reality's not hitting the way it used to.
Yeah, I mean, it. You can't get away with a lot anymore.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore.
And it's so obvious at this point that everybody's doing reality TV as like a stepping stone and not for like the joy of doing reality TV.
Mhm.
And I'm not watching Tubi. I'm not watching baddies. Y'all not getting me to watch none of that
Oh
shit.
hell no, no, absolutely not. No, no, no.
Um, are there any tweaks we would make to the episode?
Give my girl a better way. Why didn't they have it at P3? They could have had it on the stage at P3.
P3 is in hollow ground. Let's rate the episode.
I'm gonna rate it a 5 because I always like when Prue gets to shed her skin.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't care. Like even Cole couldn't save this episode for me. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm giving this 4 blue Prues reincarnated. Because, yawn.
It was it was boring. Like we've had episodes that are bad but are entertaining. This one was boring.
Because we know that nothing's going to happen between her and TJ. She's off the hook with the murder shit. Surprise, surprise. These two hoes got married. Ugh. Like the Patty of, like, there are parts of it that are good. The Patty, Piper moment. She's like, I always knew you were going to be the first to get married.
Yeah.
You are the heart of this family, which is okay. That's a wild thing to say to your daughter when she hasn't made as much sacrifices as your other daughter, but okay, she's the heart of the family.
But I feel like okay, so I feel I can see her being the heart of the family, but Prue being the foundation of the family.
Oh, the family material? Okay. Alright. Um
Prue definitely though would be the one with no door. She'd either be the one with no door or she would be the sister that has to carry all the donkeys.
She's definitely the sister. Pressure. Oh, let me stop before Disney fucking sues me. Lynn, I used to work for you. Please don't sue me. Yeah, those were good. I do love the banter between Prue and Grams in the beginning of the episode. Where like you always can tell how old she is by the number of rings on her finger, and even though it's such a corny joke, it's still a good joke because Grams is just like, bitch, you got that one. You ate that little one thing. Don't try it again though. I'll still beat you up. But outside of that, like, yay! Piper gets to be saddled next to a man who ruined her life essentially by being a bad dad and a shitty husband. Your love made me an elder. Suck my dick. Anyway, this has been a disjointed episode of Black Girl Charm. Do you have anything to say to the people, them?
No. I was gonna say stay sexy, don't get murdered, but that's not our tagline. Stay sexy, don't fuck a bum.
Oh, baby. Oh, I got. So this episode reminded me of the orange test theory that's been going around TikTok. And I know Leah would never peel an orange for Piper in my heart.
I think he would peel the orange. What else he gonna do? Nothing.
I don't think he would.
I think he would.
I don't. I feel like she would say, she would be in the middle of asking him to do it, and he'd be like,
And he would orb out.
yes, yes. You know he would.
If it's simply peeling an orange, I think he would do it. If it's anything like more than that, like labor or like anything else is not happening.
He's not gonna slice it in fours. He's not putting it on the
plate. No.
Either
he's gonna peel it.
Either he'll peel it and orb out in the middle of, like, oh, gotta go, and it's just like she still has to peel the rest of it, or he's not peeling it.
But he did orb in them rose petals on her bed the day of the wedding.
That was the one romantic thing we have seen him do.
He almost gave up his white light. No, he didn't.
Look at you making shit up like this is fucking, what's that movie with the Goo Goo Doll song? And I don't want to...
I've never seen that movie.
City of Angels. Rest in peace,
I've never seen that. I've never seen City of Angels.
Yeah, that just made me sad again. Some witches be hoes. Don't marry a Leo.
Wow.
And when I say
fuck a Cole.
Fuck a Cole. Don't marry a Leo. Fuck a Cole. That's the t-shirt. That's the t-shirt. That's the mug. That's the sticker. That's the t-shirt. As long as we don't get sued.
I have to look into it. But how he gonna fuck me up? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I guess this is the episode. Bye.